Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tiger Eye. We have a jam-packed episode for you this week, starting off by making sure you have all the information to get you ready for the upcoming sports season. And speaking of upcoming events, the Beta induction ceremony is coming up. So we decided to send Casey out to find more about the Beta Club and their recent convention. Let's get started with our first segment about Ford's upcoming sports season. Alex?
Fall sports are coming to a close, which means it's time to bring some light to our winter sports. There are 4 winter sports, including basketball, swimming, wrestling, and indoor track. Tryouts for these sports are today, and so make sure you go and find out the time and place to be so that you can go try out. Every sport requires work to be put in during the off season, but not every sport trains the same.
So the way I've been preparing for track is by building my stamina by running cross country, because during the cross country season you got to run 3.1 miles, so you got to put the mileage in.
I've been going to a lot of workouts over the summer and a trainer as well, going to Highland a lot, just getting some shots up.
We've been working out extra and we went to a couple camps, some of us did, and had a few off-season practices.
Me and my dad have been going to gyms over the summer, and we have summer workouts here. Our coach, she has summer workouts, so I've been going to those.
During off-season, since I've quit swimming full-time, I've been doing outdoor cross-country in order to keep my stamina up, since I haven't really been swimming on my own.
When training for your sport, the attribute you're going to work on most is obviously the one that you need the most work on.
So the only hole I would think I have during track season is trying to get faster, but faster in a shorter amount of time.
I want to get better at my butterfly because I feel like that's probably my strongest stroke. I didn't really focus on it last year because I was an IM swimmer, which is every single stroke. So I'm just going to practice directly on one stroke instead of all 4.
Probably motivation to actually want to get out and run and do like active stuff, not really just like doing it just for something to do, you know.
The men averaged 18.5 turnovers per game, while the women averaged 20.5 turnovers per game. And so both teams know they need to focus more on taking care of the ball this season.
I think just being smart with our passes, because that's probably the biggest thing, was them getting steals from us, because we weren't smart with the passings.
I'd say just being stronger with the ball, making smarter passes, that's all we really need to do, breaking the press.
The Tigers are the defending state champions in wrestling and have won conference a whopping 13 years in a row. They're also coming off a season where they boasted a record-breaking 4 state finalists. While it seems impossible to top what's nothing short of a masterclass of a season, the team's finding ways to do so.
Stay working hard, working hard in the mat room, still working out, getting stronger.
This year.
Probably take a few more guys to states this year, and of course win states as a team this year.
The swim team last year comprised of 1 male swimmer and 5 female swimmers. They compete at the Hickory YMCA, and a meet typically has about 4 to 5 teams competing at once. Jackie Lamb, who swam at regionals, and Lenka Robinson tell us things that they look to work on this year.
I want to get better at my butterfly because I feel like that's probably my strongest stroke. I didn't really focus on it last year because I was an IM swimmer, which is every single stroke. So I'm just going to practice directly on one stroke instead of all 4.
So I'm kind of weak in 2 strokes, breaststroke and butterfly. So I really work on my kicks with the butterfly because it's the main thing to keep you up and not like go to the bottom of the pool. And then breaststroke it's really the pull of the hands. That's what I've been struggling with. So with like webbed things, like we have these webbed hands that we use, like paddles, and those will help a lot too.
Indoor track usually ranges from 10 to 15 women and 15 to 20 men, and the meets usually take place outdoors. When the meets do take place indoors, they happen at the JDL Fast Track in Winston-Salem, which is a 200-meter track, half of a normally 400-meter outdoor track. There are 15 events broken into 3 categories, being sprinting, distance, and field events. When running, you have to push your body to new heights every race beyond your body's limitations, and everyone has a different way of achieving that.
I'm really competitive, and when it comes to track, it's my favorite sport. So like if there's people in front of me, I just keep them in my sight, and I breathe pick up my knees, and I'm just concentrating on beating that one person because I don't want to lose. So.
Usually it's because I just like, oh my gosh, I'm almost there. It's almost over with, and it's just wanting to get it done.
Those are all 4 of your winter sports. Admission into every home game or meet is $7, and the season pass is $40, which, if you go to every home game or meet, will save you half of what you'd be paying if you paid at the event every time you went. Make sure to go support your Tigers in what is sure to be a season of success.
I hope everyone is ready for this upcoming season and is maybe trying something new. For many students, they will be joining a new club this year when they are inducted into the Beta Club. For some of the new members coming in, Casey's asking some of the previous ones more about the club and the activities that happen within it.
There are many clubs here at Fred G. Ford, one being Beta Club. In Beta Club, you have to have a 3.75 GPA and go out and serve in the community. Ethan Stumps states his favorite community service.
The school beautification day, volunteering there, that was pretty fun. Just like being outside and getting like to weed and like working the flowers and stuff.
With volunteering at multitudes of different places, members can get a little bit of understanding about the world around them. Jaleesa Platt and Madison Swank tells us a little bit about how Beta Club can help them.
So one of the biggest benefits of being in Beta Club is probably how it looks like on your resume, because colleges really like that you're in Beta Club, and it's just it helps you become a better person with all the volunteer work.
It would be because I actually really enjoy doing the service hours. I think it's fun and it's rewarding to get to be active in the community.
I think it's important to have Beta Club in our school because it gives students an opportunity to like better themselves and better our community at the same time.
As members further themselves, Beta can grow as a club. This year they decided to go and compete at the Beta Club convention. Brooklyn Bess and Chloe Mumi won first place for performing arts. Josh Elkins won first place for math, and Taylor Remis won third place for performing arts. She's going to tell us a little bit about why she chose that art piece.
So my art piece is called In the Jungle, and for last year we were challenged to make an individual tiger art piece. It could be anything that we wanted to do, and at first I was going to do a collage, and I'm like, why don't I do something different, something exciting, something that will really catch people's eye. So I thought hole punch dots. I had seen some pictures online, so I started right away getting the paper, an old canvas I had from that art class, and started hole punching, and then I glued them all on and put Mod Podge on top.
Ms. McDaniel has been running Fred T. Ford's Beta Club for 7 years. Here is her take on the outcome of the convention.
So we had students that went when they competed in some of the academics. We actually came back with the first place in math, thanks to Josh Elkins, and in fact he found the mistake on the test that the teachers didn't know was there, and so he got first place in math. We brought home first place in performing arts. Brooklyn Bess and Chloe Mumi danced and did a great job with that, and then we brought home third place in art. Taylor Revis submitted a piece of artwork that got third place. So I was really tickled with that, considering they didn't really know what they were getting into. You know, and there's lots of other academic competitions that you can compete in, and we had a lot of people that went and competed in those as well, so I was super proud of them for trying.
As Beta Club grows in opportunities, the members are going to be growing too. On November 1st, sophomores will be inducted into the Beta Club.
If you are looking to play Powder Puff, then don't forget the interest meeting is this Wednesday. And the last day to turn in all forms and fees is November 4th. Well, that's all for this week, and we'll see you the next.
Watch out, there's a big puddle right there.
Girls, thank you for not walking in that water. It reminds me of our theme this year of SOAR. Safety's #1. And did you know that safety is not just walking down the hall correctly and looking for spills? No, it's actually more than that. It's see something, say something. Students, just a reminder after the first 9 weeks, if you see something that it makes you feel uncomfortable, or you see something online, in social media that we need to know about, we have a tip line. Please contact your administrator, counselor, teacher, whoever. We're here to keep you safe in Catawba County Schools.
Back your math homework. Good job, Jaden.
Geez, Miles, it looks like you got a D- on your homework. That reminds me that we've been soaring through the first 9 weeks, and O is ownership. And so even though you got a D-, Miles, I feel like if you can own that poor grade, maybe you can do something different. What's something you might do different to improve your D-?
Spend more time studying.
Yep, anything else?
Listen better.
Listen and spend more time studying. That sounds like a recipe for you succeeding. So I appreciate you taking ownership of that, Miles. I saw the look on your face. That's not usually like you, and I know that this 9 weeks is going to be a lot better. Good job. Well, Catawba County Schools, we are on the A of SOAR, and you can tell from our friends here in Miss Andrews' drama class that we can control our attitude. You got to see a lot of different faces right there. Happy, sad, annoyed, mad. But that's the one thing I think that we can all remember. Each day when we wake up, we can control our attitude. Thank you, Catawba County. Catawba County Schools, that takes us to our last and final one. That's rebound. And speaking of rebound, of SOAR, this is the first 9 weeks. And so maybe you didn't do as well as you wanted to, students. But next year or next semester, next 9 weeks, you want to do better. That's easy. Just pick up your pace, study a little bit more. Doesn't mean that you can't rebound and get an A or a B at the end of this semester. Thank you, Catawba County Schools. Keep up the great work.